In honor of Jerusalem Day, we invite you on a journey, not just through a city, but through memory, meaning, and time, to a moment when ancient stones seem to listen again. Have you ever dreamt of walking Jerusalem's streets and touching the stones that remember everything?
We filmed this video to bring you closer to Jerusalem, to allow you a moment to connect with the stories of Jerusalem, these beautiful ancient stones that are mysterious and filled with wonder and all tell a beautiful story of the Holy Land. They have witnessed so much history. So I hope that you will join me right now. We're going to explore Jerusalem using an ancient map. We will walk the streets of Jerusalem. We will experience the scent and the taste and the texture of Jerusalem and all the things that make this magnificent city so very special.
Jerusalem, a city that holds its breath in stone and whispers history through silence. And here, in the heart of it, is the one wall that never stopped speaking.
Hi, I'm Rivki, and I want to take you somewhere truly extraordinary, truly special. It's a place that millions of people from all around the world travel to Israel and to Jerusalem, but not to see it. They come to feel it, to experience it, to drink it in. And the place that I'm taking you to is the Western Wall.
These stones are over 2,000 years old. They're all that remain from the Second Temple, which was once the spiritual center for the Jewish people. And somehow, against all odds, they are still here, still standing.
The reason it's called the Western Wall is this wall is actually the westernmost retaining wall from the Temple Mount, dating back to the Second Temple period. And what's interesting to know is it's not actually a wall that was part of the temple. This was just the retaining wall, like a border wall. And it's amazing to think that what we see is a fraction of the story of the wall. There's actually 500 feet more of wall that's right underneath our feet that has been excavated.
And for nearly 2 decades, from 1948 to 1967, Jews were not permitted to come here. The Western Wall, the entire Old City, it was all under Jordanian control. This holy place, this soul of our people, was out of reach. Until one day, in 1967, during the Six-Day War, the city was miraculously reunited. And for the first time in nearly 2,000 years, Jews were able to return home to the Western Wall as a sovereign nation, to cry, to pray, to give thanks, to touch these stones once again.
As I left the Western Wall and began my walk out of the Old City, I saw this arch and I thought, I just want to stop here for a second, and I'll never take it for granted that I'm able to go to the Western Wall and I'm able to write a note and place it in the wall, along with over 1 million other people who do the same thing every year. And the thing is, I don't know whose note is next to my note. I don't know who I was standing next to when I was praying. But what I do know is I feel connected. I feel connected to the ladies who were standing next to me. I feel connected to all of the people that I've never even seen who placed their notes. And the thing is, it's not a ritual. It's just a moment of tangibly manifesting our hopes, our wishes, our prayers, our tears. You know, there's a beautiful saying that says prayers go up and blessings come down. And that's how I feel whenever I have the chance to go to the Western Wall and to put a note and to remember people who are special in my life. And it is a place where we all feel connected, because we are connected. And you know, if you're watching this from far away, I don't want you to feel far away, because here's the secret of Jerusalem. If you are a person who loves Jerusalem, if you are a person who feels Jerusalem in your heart and in your soul, you should know that this city is not limited by borders or boundaries. It's not even limited by time. This city is a city for all of us who love her. And those of you who are sharing Jerusalem with me today, you are part of her story. So now you've heard from me, and you can see how much I love this beautiful city. But you know what? I want to take you to meet somebody who I think is so special. His name is Eyal, and he truly builds connections for a living, and he grew up in the unified Jerusalem. So let's go and talk to Eyal and just find out from his point of view what we need to know about Jerusalem. So I am so excited to bring you with me to meet Eyal. Eyal is the creative director for Haolam, and he is just so much the heart and the soul of every surprise box. And Eyal, you're not just sending products from Israel. It's kind of like you're creating a window into Israel. So I'm so happy to be with you.
Oh, thank you, Rivki. Hello, shalom.
Shalom, shalom. You know, I was thinking it's almost Jerusalem Day, and you chose to send some beautiful maps to our members. What was your inspiration behind sending maps?
The story begins with the idea that we decided that we like to send a map of Israel of today. And then we started the process of developing it. And then the box Israel Now and Then was born. We looked for a way to do it, and we have this, we found a beautiful map of Israel of today with a guy named Avigdor. He's really the expert of maps today, Israel. Avigdor Orgad. And then with our great painter Inbal, we made the photos. When we came from Egypt, 12 tribes got settled, each tribe in his territory. We make a research, with Avigdor, and we found where's Judea, where's Ephraim, where's Issachar, where's Dan, and everybody. And she draws the symbols, and we created this map. And then we looked for a way how to serve it, because you need to roll it. So if we roll it, we need to roll it you send a whiskey bottle, to give it a better place. Then we put the map of the beginning and the map of the present time of today, and somewhere in the middle there is something over 2,000 years that we were more in yearning. We weren't really here, we were in diaspora, most of us. A number of maps that really reveal this story, because we found a whole world of there is hundreds of maps of Israel that some of them are 400 years old, some of them 600, some of them even more than, the Madaba, more than 1,000. So it's this is how it started. And we make the research, and we choose maps that have good story, but also have like good visual present. And this is how it happened.
I noticed too when I looked at these maps that even the ones that show the whole region or even the whole world, they focus so much on Jerusalem. Like here's Jerusalem in every single map. Why do you think for so many thousands of years, hundreds of years, people always focused on Jerusalem?
It's imagine that each country is a person. Like, you know, you can imagine French guy, British guy, American, Dutch guy. You have hundreds of people. And somewhere in the middle, there's some guy, his name is Israel. Jerusalem, it's the heart of Israel. It's really his heart. And in many ways, this is what Jerusalem means. And also, even more than that, Jerusalem, for people that believe in God, Jerusalem, it's even the heart of the world. In many ways, it's like the center of the world. Like today, sometimes it's a little bit difficult to see it, but definitely in potential, definitely in the dreams, definitely, hopefully in the future. Like the most critical, important moment of Abraham Avinu was in Jerusalem on the Moriah mountain where the temple house is. King David was like the first one who succeeded to make a kingdom with all the 12 tribes of us here sitting in his capital city of Jerusalem. But I think it's even more than that. It's like, it's really, really, in many ways, like the heart of the world. It's like where, if you are like a true believer, you really feel that God have a special connection to this place in many ways. And this is what you really can feel.
Eyal, you grew up in a city that was reunified after 1967. So even when you were a young boy, you had this amazing possibility to go to Jerusalem and experience the city. What's your favorite part of Jerusalem, and where should we go?
It's connected to my first answer about Jerusalem. You should go where your heart takes you in Jerusalem. This is the rule. You should let it go. Let your feet walk where your heart likes to go. But for me, especially, it's like I've been so many times in Jerusalem that like there isn't one place. It's the old city. Like for me, the old city, it's the place I like the most in Jerusalem. Like going there late at night, early in the morning. Sometimes also in rush hour when it's busy, when like there's a big prayer in the Kotel, or like midday when in April or May that there are thousands of tourists that are like walking in the city. Everything is full, and you see the markets, you see the people, and it's so fascinating and so deep to see all these people that are like yearning to be in Jerusalem, miss Jerusalem, waited for so long to be there, and just to see them walking. And also when the city sleeps and it's quiet, you have like a special smell and also a special light. You can't say it more simple. It's like it's a holy place. You really can feel it. And I feel it especially when I'm like wandering in the narrow streets of the old city, which is like my favorite place. You know Rivki? From all the maps that we found, I think the Madaba Map is really, it's something I like to give you and maybe take you back to your childhood, because it's like a treasure map, you know? If you like learning what it's saying and you see it before you go to Jerusalem and you go on the footstep of this map, you can really maybe go back thousands of years back, because underneath Jerusalem, there is another Jerusalem that's like waiting for you to explore it. So take it.
Now, I just need to figure out where I am, get my navigation skills ready for us, because we're going to use this map to navigate our way. We're going to find our way in, we're going to find the cardo, we're going to adventure together. So I see the old city and I just, of course, I know where I am. I am literally standing in front of the Tower of David. Everybody knows where that is. So now We've oriented ourselves. We're right here in front of the Tower of David, and that means we're close to the Jaffa Gate, and it means that we can begin our journey into the Old City. So let's start walking and see what we see. You know what, before we go inside the Old City, we're right here. Why don't we go take a look at the Tower of David? So come with me, let's go. You know, the interesting thing about the Tower of David is it actually doesn't have anything to do with King David. He did not build this tower. It was built about 2,000 years ago. And I just think that because King David established Jerusalem as the eternal capital of Israel, this ancient structure just came to be associated with him. But imagine what this tower has seen over these 2,000 years. It's seen wars and invasions and occupations and pilgrims and crusades and kings. You can see here all of the different occupying nations that have put their feet on this holy soil until, of course, 1948, the establishment of the modern state of Israel. What's remarkable about the Tower of David is that it has been here guarding the city of Jerusalem for over 2,000 years, and it is still standing strong. And it makes me think about the people of Jerusalem, the city of Jerusalem, the soul of Jerusalem. It also is still standing strong after thousands of years. Behind me, you can see the modern rebuilt city of Jerusalem, and it's just amazing. The ancient neighborhood of Yemen Moshe, you can see the King David very famous hotel, and all of the modern buildings, the tall buildings, not exactly skyscrapers, but they are the tallest buildings that we've had in Jerusalem. So you can hear behind me also the honking and the cars, the hustle, the bustle. It's a sacred city, but it's also a city that's happening right now. People live here, they work here, they do their shopping here, they go to school here. So it has all of the excitement and energy of an incredible modern city, but it's still Jerusalem. It still has the soul of Jerusalem. In front of me, of course, is the old city, the ancient city of Jerusalem. And that, my friends, is where we're going. So we're gonna put my navigation skills to trial, and we're gonna go look for the Jaffa Gate, and we're gonna go inside the old city. So come with me, let's go adventure. So here I am at the Jaffa Gate, getting ready to enter the old city of Jerusalem the same way the people have entered this city for thousands of years. Pilgrims, kings, crusaders, anybody who came to the Holy Land came into the old city of Jerusalem through the Jaffa Gate. And you know, it's called the Jaffa Gate because they would arrive at the port of Jaffa, they would disembark, and then they would head directly east to Jerusalem. And they would arrive here at the Jaffa Gate, and the same when they were going home. So I have the map. I have figured out exactly where on this map the Jaffa Gate is. So let's go on an adventure through the Jaffa Gate. I'm so excited. We found it. We found the Cardo right here that's shown on the map, and I'm standing here now. So you'll see behind me these columns. These are the original columns that were built thousands of years ago, in the 2nd century, by the Romans. The Romans occupied Jerusalem. The Jews were expelled into the diaspora, and the Romans built their main shopping street right over here. And when the city was reunited in 1967 and the archaeologists wanted to excavate, they found the Cardo on the Madaba Map. They began their excavation right here, and voila, look, they found it. They found this place that people were shopping all those years ago. I want you to imagine with me, standing right here on this busy road. This was the market. There would have been all sorts of kiosks around me with their arched roofs, and the shopkeepers would have been hawking their wares, inviting people to come in, take a look at my spices. My spices are the best, they just came in. Imagine what this was like all those years ago. And it's, you know, in one hand, I'm a modern lady standing here in 2025, and on the other hand, I'm touching some history that is thousands of years old. And furthermore, I'm touching history that was hidden for so long. This was hidden from us. And it wasn't until the city of Jerusalem was reunified in 1967 that the archaeologists could even begin to discover this place. It's remarkable. This is the majesty of Jerusalem. Everywhere you go, every part of the city has a story to tell you. And this is the story of the Cardo, a busy, busy market, and now an amazing place where we can visit and we can imagine the history and we can even touch history. So let's go inside and take a look at it. So my friends, we used our map to find the Cardo right here in the old city of Jerusalem. And I am standing next to a recreation of the ancient mosaic. So you can imagine what it would have been like in the little church in Jordan to see this on the floor of the church. And this is the portion in the old city. So you can see over here, this is the Jaffa Gate. So this is where we entered the old city. And right here in the western part of the city, where we are right now, this is the Cardo. And when you look up over here, you'll see the eastern part of the Cardo, and this leads towards the Kotel, the Temple Mount. This is where the ancient temple stood, and this is where you can go to the Western Wall. So I think this is our next destination. So let's go see if we can find it. We just saw one part of the Cardo, and this now is an extension, so you can imagine how huge this was. Imagine the biggest mall in your city and imagine it even bigger, and that's what the Cardo would have been like. It's as if I've gone back 1,000 years, and here I am shopping with the ladies. What is amazing is to understand that we are still walking through the Cardo, continues behind me. And thousands of years ago, it was a vibrant shopping center. And you know what? Even today, after the city was reunified in 1967 and this area was excavated, the storekeepers came back. You can come here and you can shop here. You could buy some art, you could buy some jewelry, you could buy some Judaica. You could even stop for a nice coffee refreshment, just sort of like it was 2,000 years ago during the Roman times. And now it's time to see Jerusalem from above, to see the Kotel, the Western Wall, from the viewpoint of a bird. Standing in this location, it's almost as if you can feel with one hand, you can stretch all the way back into biblical times. You can reach back to creation to touch the very spirituality of this holy city, and you can connect right to it. And then with the other hand, can just reach forward into the future. And this moment becomes the connector, and you can bring the past, you can bring the Bible, you can bring the spirituality right now into the present. And these two hands can meet. And that's the beauty of Jerusalem. This is a place where the Bible meets the current day, where the spiritual whispers of this city, we can hear them right here, right now. And I can't wait until the day comes that we can walk up here just like pilgrims from biblical times did, and they saw the temple rising up so high. It must have been so awe-inspiring, and I can't wait until we can touch that moment. And until we can, I can definitely imagine taking my hand and holding hands with the past and bringing it with me every day.
We're not just looking at Jewish history, but world history, layered in stone. And while we're here, can I tell you a little secret? Right here, under this city, beneath this mountain, Jewish tradition teaches us the world began. That this rock, this foundation stone, was the foundation of everything. And some even believe that the Garden of Eden was right here too.
And I can't wait until the day comes that we get to experience that, and we see the rebuilt temple right here in Jerusalem, and we can personally experience that feeling of awe. But for sure, I can imagine it. Wow. This map, this Madaba Map, didn't just show me where to walk today. It was like a guide pulling me through the city of Jerusalem, allowing me to experience Jerusalem in a way that I never have before. And that's the beauty of Jerusalem, this vibrant, lively, boisterous city that's so filled with voices. It's different every time you come here. And so it was really fun that we decided together to take this journey back thousands of years, and now we're moving forward again, and we're going to move so far forward that we're going to go to the Shuk, the Machane Yehuda Shuk, which is the modern heartbeat of Jerusalem. Our Live Haolam chef, David, gave me a very important mission. He said, Rivki, go and get us some flour. So I said, I'm on it, I'm doing it. And of course, if you want to do any kind of shopping in Jerusalem, the place to come is Shuk Machane Yehuda. This is the modern heart of Israel. And you can get anything here. You can get fruit and vegetables and flour. Also flowers, beautiful flowers. You can get jewelry, you can get household items. You can even stop for a coffee. So the Shuk is the place to shop like a local. So yalla, come with me. Let's go shopping in the Shuk. Za'atar is quintessentially an Israeli spice, a Middle Eastern spice. And, you know, it's interesting. Everywhere you go in Israel, there's somehow a connection to the Bible, even in a place like this, in a busy Shuk where people are doing mundane activities. You know, they're shopping, they're getting their groceries. And then you look at this beautiful Za'atar, and instantly I'm thinking about King David, because why? In the Bible, in Psalms, I believe it was Psalm 51, King David says, cleanse me with hyssop and I shall be clean. Or purify me with hyssop and I shall be clean. You'll check me. But hyssop is actually Za'atar. It's just a different name. So I'm here shopping and I see Za'atar, I think about King David, and that's the beauty of Israel. It's all connected to the Bible. And wow, it smells amazing too. When you're walking in the Shuk, everywhere you go, you're going to see olives, like these beautiful olives, and olive oil. And you know what? It's reflective of Israeli society, because you will be very hard-pressed to walk into a home, an office, a restaurant, a hiking trip, a picnic. Basically, anywhere you go in Israel, you're going to find olives and olive oil. It's just part of our culture. And you know, olive oil, it has a special place in our heart in Israel. It's really rather a sacred item. When you read the Bible, you see that olive oil was used so many different times in so many different ways, was used to anoint kings. When we read the story about Yehuda Maccabee, we see that in the temple, olive oil was used to light the sacred menorah. People use it for cleaning, they use it for cooking, they use it for lighting their own homes. And even today in Israel, people use olive oil for all of these different things. I love to light my Shabbat lights with olive oil because it makes me feel very connected to our biblical history and also to the farmers that are renewing the land of Israel. And now I'm going to connect myself to these olives and take them home for snacks. While I'm here, I'm actually going to do a little bit of shopping, get some snacks for later. I mean, look at these tomatoes. Israeli tomatoes are out of this world. This is sun-ripened goodness from the Holy Land. The farmers in the desert, the Negev, grow these just unreal, delicious tomatoes. And because I'm going to get some tomatoes, honestly, I have to get some cucumbers, and these look amazing. They're just the perfect size. They're going to be delicious. So yeah, I'm going to get some snacks for later. Soul food from the heart of Jerusalem. Who could resist? And you know what? Just for atmosphere, I think I'm going to get something beautiful to take with us. I mean, look at these gorgeous flowers. So I'm going to find just the perfect thing and take them with me. So after this, off to the kitchen. David, mission accomplished. I got us flour, so we are ready to do this. Why are we doing flatbread, by the way?
It's easy, simple, and fast recipe. Use it everywhere with your dips for the breakfast. It's like very Israeli, easy, and full of flavor. Like basics, but great basics.
Okay, and you're eating it at your house.
Yeah, of course. When sometimes you don't have a bread at home and you just take flour, water, fry it, you have a bread.
Phenomenal. So let's do it. What do we need? What are the ingredients that we're going to be using?
Flour, hot water, warm water, and olive oil. You can also add salt and sugar by your taste, and we will use baking powder.
So if you put a little bit of baking powder, it just makes it fluffier, yeah? Okay.
Great.
All right, let's measure it and let's do it.
We put
Just
flour,
how much?
200 grams.
Okay. 200 grams of flour into the bowl. This is good. Imagine me at home with my kitties running around my feet going, feed me, feed me. And you could do it with whole wheat flour if you wanted to, right, David?
Yeah, sure, you can use any flour.
Now we have the flour. What comes next?
Let's put salt, about 1-2 teaspoons of salt.
Okay. And the salt you're using is actually my favorite. 424 salt from the Dead Sea.
Yes, it's amazing.
Can't get better than that.
Let's also add like 1 teaspoon of sugar.
Okay, perfect.
We'll use about 1 teaspoon of the baking powder.
Okay. That looks nice. You know what it looks like? A little mountain. This is the Hermon mountain now with a little bit of snow on top.
Yes.
And I need to go to the Jordan River and get us some water. So
Yeah.
I'm going to get us some warm water.
We need 100 milliliter.
All right.
Yeah, we mix a little bit together
Uh-huh.
and make like a small space
Making
here.
the Dead Sea right in the middle of the Judean desert
Yeah,
over there.
And let's put our olive oil,
Okay. Beautiful.
like about 2 tablespoons.
Okay. Mmm. Nothing better than Israeli olive oil, I think.
Yes.
It's just the best. The taste of the land, the sunshine, the works.
And now let's put our water.
Okay.
It's about 100 milliliter.
Okay. So you just measure the water and then this is it. You just pour it in just like that.
Yeah.
Whoa, this is
Now we
easy.
mix it and start to creating our dough. Also, if you see the dough is too dry, you can add a little bit water, or if it's opposite,
Okay.
you can use a little bit more flour.
Oh, David, it looks so good. And actually, it smells good too.
Yeah.
I think it's lunchtime. I don't count.
Yeah.
This is wonderful. At home, this is just super easy. It's one of the things about Israel that is easy.
Yeah.
Flatbread, it's easy. And olive oil from Haolam and Za'atar from Haolam. And it makes everything easy. You don't even... And that's real ingredients, right, from Israel, the heart of Israel. You get truly the flavor of
Good
Israel.
point.
Right.
You almost always have it at your home, so
Yeah.
you don't need to go to the shop or something to make it. Okay.
Okay.
Otherwise, I need to use our hands.
All right. So once the water is kind of absorbed,
Yeah.
now you come in and do some hand kneading with it.
Yeah, we need to collect, like to combine all the small parts that it became
Okay.
one.
Ooh, that looks good.
It's supposed to be like
Cannot wait.
connected and
Yeah. Wow, this looks fantastic.
yeah.
And it's only taken like a few minutes. That's it. So you don't need a lot of time. You want to wow your family, make them just go, whoa, what has mom been doing? This, I think, is the way to do it because you don't need a lot of time and you don't even need a lot of space and it's easy and you will use real ingredients from Israel. So it's almost like you'll be bringing the taste of Jerusalem directly from Jerusalem right into your home, just like that.
Yes.
Jerusalem on your table.
Now we see our dots more or less combined,
Okay.
and now we need to put it down with a little bit flour and just.
Does it need to rest for a while before we?
After now, you need to make it real smooth and elastic, and after
Okay.
you need
And
to
then we
rest.
rest it.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do that. Let's get it ready. I'm going to be very helpful by just watching you. Oh, you need some flour.
And the flour, just put a little bit.
I can actually be helpful.
It's enough. It's enough. We make like this.
Okay.
And put our dot here,
All right.
that it not stick to board, and just a couple of minutes to give him like.
This looks very professional. Now, again, imagine you're at your house doing this recipe that David is showing us. You're using your Israeli ingredients and you're standing and kneading the dough, and your kids or your grandkids or your husband or your wife comes in. They're going to look at you and go, this is like pro chef in my house. Look at this. I mean, I really feel like I can do this.
Yeah, it's
So-
easy. It's fun. It's not to need too long time, just to
Yeah.
make it elastic and smooth.
You know, whenever I'm in Jerusalem and I'm walking through the Shuk, where I went to get all of our ingredients, or if I'm in the old city, I see flatbread for sale, like everywhere, just stacked up piles of bread. And it is, you know, it's one of those things that's irresistible. It's not even that it's hard to resist, it's irresistible. You see it, you have to buy it.
We also call it lafa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you been in a shawarma place or something,
sure.
it's lava like a flatbread.
So, I mean, we're showing a true Israeli style of dipping it into olive oil with za'atar, but you can use it also as a basis for sandwich or something like this as well.
Yeah.
So, versatile recipe.
Now it's more or less ready. We give it rest about 10-15 minutes.
Okay. Do we
Before
have to cover it?
Yeah, we can cover it. Just put back in our bowl
Okay.
and cover it with a towel.
I have a towel for you.
Great, thanks. And
Okay.
let it rest.
So, David, this za'atar, what do I do with it?
First, let's put it in our bowl.
First, in the bowl.
Yes.
Like that's enough?
Yes.
Maybe a little extra for the road. Okay.
And now, just smell it. You need to smell it.
Whoa!
Amazing, yeah?
Seriously? This is, can you taste it?
Yeah, for sure.
Wow. You know, I recognize the smell. I recognize the smell. I realize this plant,
Yes.
the kitchen plant, it's za'atar.
It's grow everywhere in Israel because we tell it's smell like Israel.
Wow. It tastes amazing.
It's not only za'atar, it's combination of different things like sesame seeds, sumac, za'atar, moiran, dried and mixed. But smell is amazing. We use it everywhere in Israeli kitchen. You put in the salads, on the bread, with cheese. It's like really universal spice that have in every Israel house.
So, you know, when I always think about Israel and biblical Israel and the history of Israel, so for thousands of years, basically,
Yes.
people have been gathering za'atar and blending it.
Yes, in the Bible it's called hyssop also.
It's mentioned many times in
Many
the Bible.
times, yeah. We use it in the past and we use it today as well because it's perfectly grown in the land of Israel.
Amazing. So I bet every single family makes this for themselves. Like I think in ancient times, probably people went out and gathered and then each one for their own home made it. They didn't go to the market is what I'm saying.
Sure.
They didn't have Haolam send it to them already mixed. So they had to mix it themselves.
Also, it's very healthy and give a strong flavor. I really like to use it myself. Now let's take our olive oil from Judea and pour to the bowl with the za'atar.
True Israeli olive oil. And these two, the olive oil and the za'atar, many of our Lev Haolam members received this combination in a recent
It's like
surprise
classic,
box.
perfect combination. Za'atar, olive oil. What do you need more?
Maybe flatbread.
Yeah.
And now the fun part, we're going to actually make the bread. So what do we have to do over here, David?
Yes, our dough was 10-15 minutes resting.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's put it here. And now let's form the actually bread. We cut it by parts.
So you can have this for Shabbat, right? This bread.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
can have it for breakfast and you could have it for Shabbat. So from
sure.
everyday to holy. That's great.
You can use a roller, but you can also make it by your hands.
This truly is handmade Israeli food. I love it. How thick does it have to be?
It's about half centimeter.
Okay. So you don't have to, what I'm seeing here,
it's
my
not-
friends, you don't have to be neurotic. This is not the place to
it's-
worry about it being perfect. You
It's
just,
not be like completely round or something, just to put it on the pan.
yeah. Okay. Amazing. This just really is a way to connect to Israel so beautifully. And I guess you're putting your heart into it. So.
For sure. It's the main ingredient.
Heart is always the main ingredient. That's why the business is called Lev Haolam, the heart of the world, because we send everything with lots of heart. It's actually a little bit hypnotic, you know?
Yeah, and it's if you have a stress,
Yeah.
just make a flatbread, make you calm.
Yeah. I feel relaxed just watching you bake it. I saw this, you know, lots of little bakeries baking this type of bread, and I was excited because I knew, okay, we're going to be making it with David.
And also it's fun to make with kids. They like play with the dough, and it's funny. They involved.
It's a fantastic idea. So moms, grandparents, grandfathers, dads, uncles, aunts, friends, big brothers and sisters, if you're doing watching the kids for the day, what a great activity, especially if it's raining and you can't go outside.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So we've got 4 beautiful flatbread that are ready to get cooked. So let's do that.
Our breads are ready. Now we have a hot pan.
Okay.
We put a little bit olive oil,
All right.
not too much.
Beautiful.
Olive oil.
Okay.
And
How hot does it have to be?
it's need to be medium
Okay.
heat. Yeah.
Okay.
And when it's hot, we can put our flatbread.
Uh-huh. Oh,
It's like this for 2-3 minutes
Okay.
from each side.
So David, I can see you're like doing this really old school. You're making the dough and the flatbread with your hand. I mean, we only used 1 spoon, and then
Yeah.
you're just dropping it in the pan and flipping it. This is how I see people doing it in Jerusalem when I'm in the old city. They're not using.
Very easy and like common way. Of course, you can use a roller and this, but I like work with my hands to feel the dough, and it's kind of like home,
Yeah.
home cooking.
I'm gonna call it biblical style cooking, right?
Yeah.
Maybe be there for the flipping of one. Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, David, I'm gonna do it.
Hop. Yeah.
Yes.
Good.
Okay. Woo-hoo. Wow, it really smells like I'm walking past a bakery in Jerusalem. This is fantastic. You know what else is nice? Because this doesn't have dairy ingredients or anything like this, you can serve it with anything. You can serve it
Yeah.
with meat, you can serve it with cheese, you can...
Very neutral.
Yeah. In life, the things that are the most simple, right? The most simple, they're always the most, like, bring you the most pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing too, when you look at a flatbread like this is a bread for friends. You know, that you sit down with people and you're enjoying a meal together. It's a bread of connection.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
share it by your hand to give, and
Oh, it's nice. Look at us. And the truth is, I can still smell the Za'atar. Like, it really, I keep looking at this and I'm just like, wow.
it's very flavorful.
Yeah.
Spice.
And I suppose the longer it sits like this, the more it absorbs the flavor.
For sure. You also can add like balsamic vinegar or some other stuff.
Salad dressing.
Yeah, more salt or pepper to make it more spicy. You can play with this. It's like the base, and you also can
Fantastic.
play with this. And I think we are done. Our bread is ready. Beautifully cooked.
Wow.
And we can start to taste.
Amazing.
And here we are. This is a real taste of Jerusalem. Just baked flatbread and olive oil with za'atar.
Wow.
We just pour it above, like this.
Amazing.
And actually, we also can garnish it
Oh, that's nice.
with just fresh za'atar
That's brilliant.
that growed everywhere in Israel.
Oh, that's beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful, David. And seeing the bread ready, the flatbread ready, it gets me in the mood for Shabbat. And I'm so glad that when I was at the Shuk, I said to myself, yes, I'm going to get the flour, but I'm also going to get something for the soul, something beautiful, the flowers. And now I can taste it, yeah?
For sure.
Can taste some. I'm just going to tear it off. Oh, okay. Oh, David, I close my eyes. I'm back at the Shuk. I'm keeping my eyes closed. I'm back at the Shuk. I can smell all of the smells, the spices. I can feel the people, the warmth, the hustle and bustle, the connection, just from a bite of this delicious bread. Wow.
Amazing.
It is incredible.
And smell.
And it's just olive oil
In Zaatar.
and Za'atar. Olive oil and Za'atar and
And
a lot of heart. Jerusalem Day isn't just about the past. In fact, I think Jerusalem Day is very much about the present. It's about all of the wonderful moments that we get to share in this beautiful city together, like we did today. I want to thank you so much for taking this journey with me and walking with me through my favorite city in the whole entire world. And I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I would be so thrilled if you would like the video and also share it with people who love Jerusalem like you do. And by the way, subscribe to our channel so that you never miss out on our awesome Israel content. So the area that we're going to see that's called the Western Wall is called the Western Wall because it is the Western retaining. Look at these tomatoes, Israeli tomatoes. It's really the end of the day. I'm going to bring it like. Okay. The total vanity shot.